Greetings. A lot of you have probably seen Nathaniel Bandy's Don't Touch Insert Color, but he usually gets about like 10 seconds into the game before ending. But could you feasibly beat Super Mario Galaxy without ever touching the color red? The rules are pretty simple. I cannot touch red in a stage or in the common observatory. I'll only be counting star bits that are in my way. Any optional star bits I pick up I will not count because I'm just picking them up so I don't have to grind as much in the challenge. And I have to have full control of Mario, so that means when I'm in this stage selection screen, that will not count. But without further ado, let's get into the castle path or first stage. I don't even think it has a name. The castle's path is pretty easy because there's no red, and once we get to the actual galaxy part, then it's also pretty easy because there's just green, yellow, and white. But then, what the cheese balls happened to Mario? Yeah, this is gonna be happening a lot through the challenge for some reason. I don't know why. Dolphin just for some reason makes Mario black, and it just makes a lot of things black as a matter of fact. So whenever this happens, I will be redoing stages so I can actually tell what color I'm stepping on. And Dolphin's, I don't know, texture problems won't be counted in this challenge, so I'm not just gonna be able to like, oh well, Dolphin's making this black, so it doesn't count as red. No, I will be redoing levels if that happens. Speaking to Rosalina, we finally get the ability to spin, and going to the next planet, there is still no red, so we go on to the next planet, kill the Goombas, go down, still no red, get the Grand Star, and now we go to the Comet Observatory. And also just ignore the black flickering, that's just Dolphin being quirky. Go to Galaxy. Dino Piranha is pretty easy, as Dino Piranha has no red on him, and the planets also have no red on them, but I do have to watch out for those boulders with the red crystals on them, but that's pretty easy as they're not important. And then we get to the Starbit tutorial. Bollocks. Well, luckily we can just feed the Luma with the Starbits that we already had, and we don't need to pick up the Starbits that the game spawns in. I was really worried about this part originally because I didn't know if you have to pick up the Starbits the game spawns in, but luckily we don't need to, allowing us to move on. A snack of cosmic proportions was pretty easy, as I just need to avoid the red planet, and I was able to get all the Starbits without touching a single red one. I'm most likely sure I did get like 5 Starbits and I don't know where they came from, but I'll just say I didn't see a single one of them, so yeah, none of them were red. Now there was a little bit of an annoying part in the pill capsule looking thing, but luckily the sides of the platforms weren't red. They're clearly brown, as you can see in the footage. I'm not even making it, they are very much brown. And then I was able to side flip, spin, and just fucking something shimmy my way onto the moving up and down. I don't know what half this shit's called, but I was able to eventually beat a snack of cosmic proportions. Then I unlock Honey Hive Galaxy, which I'm really excited about, as having more options in this challenge will be the saving grace, as I'm not going to be locked into like 1 or 2 stages, and instead if one stage deems to be impossible, I can just go to another one, making this challenge easier and most likely doable. But other than that, Star 1, B Mario Takes Flight goes about pretty hasslessly because there isn't that much red in this stage, as it's mostly just green and yellow, or whatever color honey is. And I do try to avoid more of the Starbits, because early on in this challenge, I was way more frugal about how many Starbits I pick up of what color, but later on I just started giving less of a shit because I don't want to grind. And then I return back to Gutta Galaxy so I can beat the shit out of King Caliente, which, despite being all red in a mostly red arena, I was able just to clobber him with the melons because I don't have to go step into the lava, because Mario is in a lava bubble, so I was able just to pounce watermelons into his face until he dies in a pretty funny and pathetic way, because dying to watermelons, what a bitch. And then I go to Loop-de-Loop Galaxy to do Surfing 101, where for some reason I had the bright idea to do it with my left hand. I don't know why, I just decided that this was way too easy on me playing on an emulator that was very finicky, because I'm retarded. But other than my stupidity, I was actually nearly able to do it on my first try with just my left hand, and on my second try I was easily able to clear that shit out, even using my left hand for no reason. Then going back to Honey Hive Galaxy to do Trouble on the Tower, we get through the stage and it's very easy until... Fuck. Yeah, these red switches are, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to press on them for obvious reasons. So I end up having to do a bunch of very precise backflips to get onto the tower, and then I just have to kill the 2 manned bugs, and that's that star over. Flip Switch Galaxy was also pretty easy, as painting the planet yellow only had a few pieces of red, mainly the spiky platforms and the red energy beams, but other than that, I just flip all the switches to yellow and then I go get my star because, well, I need that to progress. Then onto Bowser Jr.'s Star Reactor and to Mega Legs Moon, where, you know, obviously I get there by using the very fun triple jump glitch because, I don't know, I was just bored. But other than that, Mega Leg was also pretty easy. I only had to watch out for those red arrow thingies, but I just needed to like jump over them or backflip over them. And getting the star was also hassless because Mega Leg is entirely black, brown, grey, another shade of grey. He's the 50 Shades of Grey over here. But yeah, Mega Leg was pretty easy to deal with. And now we move on to the fountain. Now onto the fountain, where we go to Space Junk Galaxy, where it's pretty easy, just using the pull stars, relaxing to the calm music. Even getting past the rocket ship is very easy, as I just need to not touch the red, and luckily I don't spawn on the red. And also getting onto the mushroom, Starship Mushroom, was pretty easy. I just need to jump onto the window and then fling myself onto the next part, where I just collect the silver stars and... Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Why the fuck is there one red circular platform? Literally the only thing. Why is it red? Why couldn't it just been orange brownish like the rest? But no, it had to be red because some asshole at Nintendo thought, you know what would be really funny? Make one platform red in case one person 17.5 years into the future tries to beat this game without touching the color red, so we can just tell him to go fuck himself in a non-direct way. So I end up going back to Honey Hive because there was a way where I need to just long jump, spin, and then try to wall jump back, but I had no luck doing that, so I just head back to Honey Hive. But fucking hell, I need to try to figure out how to get past that, or else this ain't gonna be possible. So back to Honey Hive, I go beat up Bugaboo Man. You've got to be fucking joking. You've got to be fucking kidding me. He turns red? Why? Why is he turned red? Nintendo, why do you hate me? So it looks like I'm gonna have to try to do the long jump spin wall jump method in Space Junk because Nintendo was just feeling very cunty this week, or during the creation of this game. So back I go to Space Junk, where I attempt that for like an hour. Then after a game over, we get to where are Mario's eyes? Dolphin, why are you doing this to me? Why does Mario not have any eyes? This is horrifying. I need an adult. Somebody help. Mario without eyes is horrifying. But other than getting a jump scare, I go and continue this for a while longer. Until I decide I'm just gonna go do Rocky Road Galaxy in hopes that it unlocks another galaxy in the fountain. But unfortunately, after I do finish Rocky Road, which was possible, there is no red in that galaxy. Well, actually no, there is at the end, but I was able just to easily backflip over the red and get the star. But then I go back to Space Junk because it didn't unlock a single galaxy, Rocky Road. Where after a few more attempts, I make a revelation. There's orange on those red platforms. As you can clearly see, I am not stepping on the red platform. I am merely stepping on the orange dot on the red platform, completely allowing me to complete this star in Space Junk Galaxy, to continue on to further levels in Space Junk Galaxy, while still not stepping on red, and I will hear no other opinion than that one. Next up, Rolling Green and... Dolphin, you're killing me here with these goddamn texture glitches. So, Rolling Green Galaxy, again, was possible, because as the name suggests, it's a very green level. And I don't even think there was a single piece of red here. So rolling green galaxy is all green in my opinion, and it's obviously possible. Battle Rock was also pretty easy. I just need to avoid that little red circular thing that goes around the blue screw. And other than that, Battle Rock was pretty harmless. I then go hastily beat up Dino Piranha because the game forced me to do it fast. Battle Rock 2 is not possible because you land directly onto a red ball. Alright, well, let's just go into Space Junk 2 and carpet. Red carpet. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Red carpet. Okay, so I'm just gonna go do a Prankster Comet, and hopefully that will let me progress. Which it does, as Honey Hog's Prankster Comet is just a race against Shadow Mario, and I was able to beat that scrub rather easily. Which it does allow me to progress to Bowser's Star Reactor and... Oh, you're kidding me here. A 2D linear section with red carpet. Are you kidding me here? I can't even do a little joke thing like I did in Space Junk where I step on an orange dot and consider that not me stepping on red. This is a linear section, meaning I have to step on the red carpet. Meaning, this is as far as you can get into Mario Galaxy without stepping on red. I have like 10 hours of footage I need to use, so let's just see how many times you actually have to step on red to beat Mario Galaxy. Let's just do that. So, 1, 2 is currently how many times you have to touch red. And the Bowser fight was pretty painless. I just have to clobber him a bunch of times, smack his tail, smack him. It was harmless and it was done with pretty easy, allowing us to move on to the kitchen. Now, onto the kitchen. But one thing I should mention is that now it's going to be a bit harder to get to the kitchen, because the red carpet in the Comet Observatory does now appear, but it's pretty easy. You need to either go into the pipes or just go on the brown border. So yeah, getting to the kitchen was no hassle. But now to Beach Ball, and the first 3 stars are very easy as they have no red, as it's just green, yellow, and blue. Well, besides the star bits, but again, the ones only in my path count, not the ones I choose to grab so I don't have to grind later. Bubble Breeze is also very easy due to it having no red in the entire stage besides the fans, which I obviously don't want to touch because I don't want to pop my bubble. But to get to the star, I don't go with the bubble method because going the glitch method on top and then just doing a long jump there is the much better method. Don't at me. Ghostly Galaxy, I just have to worry about the red carpet again. I don't know what's with this game and red carpet and it being my mortal enemy. But other than that, I just had to reset the level because I touched on the red carpet and I was close enough. And god damn it, Dolphin, why do you keep doing this to me? But to get to the next room, I just need to do a long jump of the barricade because that's brown, not red. But after doing that, we had this little room with the red wall platform thingies. But it did have yellow arrows on it, so I just need to jump onto the yellow arrows so then I can go to the 90-degree wall slant or tilt or whatever. And the rest of the stage was pretty easy. I also go do the secret star in Ghostly Galaxy, and that was also very easy. The very spooky sprint was also very easy because I don't even think there was red at all in that stage. And now we move on to Bowser Jr.'s Air Armada, where it was still very easy because there was no red and I just need to avoid the fireballs. But other than that, I need to throw the Koopa shells at Bowser Jr. and that's the kitchen done. Then we move on to the bedroom where I go do Gusty Garden Galaxy, and there was a few tricky parts, but you know, it was a very easy stage. And really, I have to drop on to the red carpet. What's with this game and red carpet? Alright, let's just act like I never did Gusty Garden, and let's just go try to get the 34 stars I need to get so I can unlock the Bowser stage in this stage, so that I can hopefully just pretend like I never did Gusty Garden and just pretend like I just automatically went to Bowser so I could avoid stepping onto the red carpet after I finish a stage in the bedroom. So I then go do the Beach Bowl Speedy Comet, which was pretty easy. I then go do the Secret Comet in Beach Bowl, which was also very easy as I was touching blue, not red. I also go to clobber Boulder, guys, but I didn't notice until now that I have to touch a red tongue. So, yeah, and I had to touch it like 8 times or something. So, yeah, at the end, I have to go re-record another bit of me going to do another Gusty Garden star. So, because touching the red carpet once is much better than having to touch a red tongue like 8 times. So, off to Gusty Garden or another bedroom star. So, later. I then go do Hurry Scurry Galaxy, and you may ask, how do I pick up the rainbow notes without picking red? Well, it's simple. I don't know, I just guess. That was my methodology. I'm just gonna say that I didn't touch a single red note and just continue because, yeah, I can. Alright, I'm back, and I decided to go do Dusty Dune because, yeah, it seems that it's gonna be way more easier than Freeze Flame. And I was correct, as both stars were very easy to do because they're all yellow or orange or brown. So, yeah, Dusty Dune, very easy, and doing that gave me the 2 required stars I was missing, but it does add 2 to the touching red counter, but it's better than 16. And I also did go test it on Freeze Flame, and it is also possible on Freeze Flame if you do get the Prankster Comet. Like, I was lucky enough to get the Prankster Comet, but without the Prankster Comet, it is impossible to do with Freeze Flame. But Dusty Dune, it was possible. I then go beat both of the Buoy Base stars because they require me to touch red a total of 0 times. But then I go grind so I can unlock a star with, well, the Hungry Lumas. Drip Drop Galaxy, where, I didn't notice the first time, but I was using red shells. I do fix this later, don't worry. We will come back to Drip Drop Galaxy where I do a green shell, so, just pretend like I did with green shells for now, and, let's just continue onwards. But then I figure out that I actually had to do the Gusty Garden one, meaning that I do have to add another one to the touch red counter, meaning that we've touched red 5 times right now. I mean, hey, we're still under 10, but that's good enough. And now in Bowser's Star Reactor, we have to touch red 10 times. Shit. Alright, but other than that, Bowser went down pretty easily. Alright, but anyway, I didn't expect to have to touch red that much times, but, fucking Bowser, what can I say? By the way, I'm gonna be referring to the engine room as the factory because, I forgot while doing the voiceover, and I'm too lazy to change it literally every single time I refer to it as the factory, so, it's the factory now, plus it's a way better name than the engine room. Now in the factory, we get on to Gold Leaf Galaxy, where Star Bunny's on the hunt is pretty easy as I don't have to touch red, as the entire stage is orange or brown, so, you know, pretty easy, and a very much good break from the bedroom, where I had to touch red every single time I exited a stage. And Cataquack in the Skies had me touching red 0 times, so that was also pretty good. When it rains it pours was also very easy, as I didn't have to touch red, you could probably guess, and it was just a bit of platforming with the bee mushroom, and the boss fight was also very easy as I don't have to touch red, until I realized at the end of the fight I was meant to touch red with the little red ground pound switch, but I only noticed that at the end of the fight, so I mean, it might as well not even be there. So yeah, when it rains it pours was very easy to do, because I didn't even know there was red in the stage until the end. Also, the Secret Star was very easy to do, because it's just using the bubble, and that doesn't require me to touch red. Sea Slide is up next, and going after Guppy is pretty easy because I don't have to swim fast, and I'm just taking it slow, just having to go through the rings, and it's not a race. Unlike the Cosmic Race in Sea Slide Galaxy. Because all the shells here are red, I'm not allowed to pick up a single one. How fun. And you go faster with the shell underwater. How fun. Part 2. And because Mario in Mario Galaxy controls like complete shit underwater, you know, it basically feels like whenever you hold a direction, you know, you're supposed to go down when you hold forwards or up when you hold backward, but in Mario Galaxy, they just decided that Mario should just do whatever he feels like underwater. So controlling Mario here was basically impossible because with the shell, Cosmic Mario moves faster, I move slower, so basically the only method I had was spinning. And while spinning, Mario controls, it goes from controlling like aids to goes controlling like I'm controlling the game with my mind basically, because it's not possible to control Mario while you're spinning. You just have to guess, or you just have to hope that you're humping the ground basically, so that you don't move. But that has its own problem with how you go slower. And I know there's a thing with Galaxy, well I actually did just find this out while doing this, that when you swim on the surface and spin, you actually go very fast, but there's a problem. Like I said, you might as well not even be controlling Mario because he just does whatever he wants, so you'll do it for maybe like 2 seconds. You won't be able to control it because Mario just goes whichever direction he wants to. So, what did I do? I just had to grind out this stage, spinning very fast underwater, shaking my hand left and right as if I was goddamn playing Mario Party 8 over here. Actually, no, there's no minigame Mario Party where you shake left and right, so, yeah, I was shaking my wrist left and right as if I was, hitting something with a hammer. I don't know, that's the best analogy I have here, okay, work with me here. But I had to just shake very fast. It took me about 1 hour to beat this blue little shit, having to spin very fast. Originally, I was just going on land to try to long jump, but that was way too slow. So then after like, I don't know, 20 more tries, I just figured I'm gonna just start shaking rapidly. I'm never gonna leave land until the last bit behind the tower, which after like another 40 tries, I was finally able to spin fast enough. And beat the little blue bastard. Luckily, we don't have to do that again. Wait, what's the next one? What's the next star? Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Faster than a speeding penguin? You're telling me I have to do this again? But now in under 1 minute and 28 seconds? With Mario Galaxy shit swimming controls? Are you kidding me? Is Nintendo just sadistic like that? Cause I can't even grab the green shell because it's slower. What was Nintendo thinking? Is this just a cruel joke to them? All the red shells, not a single green shell underwater? Is Nintendo just a sadistic asshole? So you're telling me, not only did I have to do this once, but it was only like 30 seconds, and I have to do this 1.5 minutes. I'm sorry, Nintendo, I didn't know we're playing Kaizo Mario Galaxy. Okay, I was eventually able to do this, after like an hour of attempts, shaking my hand, left and right, dealing with Mario Galaxy's shit swimming controls, because oh my god, does Mario control horribly underwater in Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy has the worst swimming controls, and we're so lucky there's only like 4 water stages in this game, because if there was any more, I would probably have to throw myself out of a plane, because Mario Galaxy's water swimming physics are horrible. But I was eventually able to shake fast enough to come second place. So then I have to redo this, and because the shell's hitbox whenever you spin to attract it is about as consistent as the consistency when you just throw in random shit in a blender, I would sometimes be right next to the shell, spin, and it just pretend like I'm not even there, or sometimes I could be across the goddamn stage and it would somehow homing attract to me, Meaning that not only did I have to get lucky enough to manage to not activate the shell's hitbox, I just had to shake fast enough and consistently and get lucky enough that Mario won't just decide to start going backwards or left. And if I did grab a shell, I had to actually restart the stage because I couldn't just restart the race. No, because I die. So whenever I grab the shell, I have to restart the race. And it took me about an hour to beat these goddamn... Wait, what's a female penguin called? Hens. I had to beat these sons of hens. And it took me about an hour of attempts to beat these damn hens. But I was eventually able to do this. And finally beat these stupid off-brand chickens. But at least that's the last time that I have to deal with Mario's shitty swimming controls having to go fast. So at least that's a blessing. But then I get to go do an actually fun mission, Silver Stars in Slip and Slide. I like this mission, but yeah, I was finally able to get a break from the two shit ones. But yeah, this was very easy as there was basically no red besides just a few shells and star bits. But again, I'm only counting the ones in my ways and I don't need to repeat that. But also the secret star in Slip and Slide was possible and I made sure to only grab non-red star bits. Until I had 40 of normal star bits and I just went around grabbing the rest of the red ones because I wanted more star bits so I don't have to grind later. As I said earlier. But yeah, it is possible just to grab 40 non-red star bits. Now, onto Toy Time Galaxy was actually very scared because Toy Time is a very colorful stage with a lot of colors. But, luckily, I never land on a red color tile or just the color red. As you mostly land on like orange, yellow, green, blue. And the few pieces of red that are in Toy Time, which is actually not that much, you can easily just avoid or dodge or just jump over. So yeah, Toy Time was actually pretty easy. And also, just to be cool, I didn't grab the spring mushroom because, I don't know, just to make it harder for myself, I guess. And even the big robot was also pretty easy as I never even had to touch red to defeat the big robot. So yeah, Toy Time was pretty easy. I then go do Bowser Jr.'s lava reactor where, despite being very much red, it was mostly just the lava and the background elements, and King Caliente was black this time, and that wasn't, you know, Dolphin doing it, that was just the game, so, yay. And yeah, he still just shoots green watermelons, so I was able just to punch them back at him, and he goes down pretty easily. And now, we unlock the garden, which is very good as that gives us a lot of options, meaning that we won't be locked into a small base of levels. And now we actually have a good bunch of levels, which does make this way easier, especially because, you know, a lot of stages, more variety, less chance to touch red, yada yada. Now onto the garden, and I start with the best galaxy in Mario Galaxy 1, don't at me, Deep Dark Galaxy. Now I know I was bitching about Mario Galaxy swimming controls, but this one's slow swimming, not fast swimming, so yeah, Deep Dark's the best, don't at me. But other than that, I do a little cheese strat to get into the second area early with the cannon. And then I go do the secret star first because I can. And the secret star was a bit difficult with one of the walls being red. But as long as I just did a bunch of side flips and back flips and spins, it was fairly easy to do that one. And then I go beat Camilla, which was pretty easy as, again, there was no red in my path, so it was just a few shells in her face and she died. Bubble Blast Off was easy, but I didn't need to do it again because I did get hit by the red laser. So going back into the stage and no, okay, I have to do the Daredevil Camilla run really quickly. So I beat the shit out of Camilla for the second time, and then I do Bubble Blast Off properly without getting hit by anything red. Then Matter Splatter Galaxy was very easy until the last bit where there was red carpet again. I don't know what's with this game, red carpet, but it's starting to piss me off. Although, this time I was able to avoid the red carpet by just standing on the edge, yellow things, and easy does it for Matter Splatter Galaxy. Then I go beat Guppy again in the 8 rings in Deep Dark Galaxy. And now, Melty Molten Galaxy was actually all possible. Every single star he was entirely possible, although for the secret star you did have to kill yourself so you can have the star bits respawn. But other than that, every single star in Melty Molten is possible. Now I did have a few problems, like for some reason I was just having a really hard time doing the little shortcut in the last bit of the first star. I don't know why, I usually get this first try, but for some reason I was sucking today. And the hardest part was Fiery Dino Piranha. But not the boss fight with Fiery Dino Piranha. No, that shit was easy. I only had to avoid touching his body, which is easy. The actual hard part was the little part with the moving platforms, the circular part, with the star pieces. You wanna know why? Because I had to avoid the bottom platforms, which half the goddamn star pieces are on the bottom, and the bottom platforms are red. And because the lava's orange, I was able to butt bounce off the lava, but mostly I would just fall back into the lava because a platform would push me, or I would accidentally land on a red beast. And I did figure out later that I could just long jump, spin, and then most likely just either butt bounce or wall jump of a moving platform that isn't a red one. But that part took me like an hour to do nearly, until I figured out that little trick with the long jump, spin, wall jump, and then it was easy. But fuck that part, and yeah, as I said earlier, Fiery Dino Piranha was very easy. Now onto Dreadnought Galaxy and bollocks. Alright, now onto Sand Spiral Galaxy, choosing a favorite snack, and because I'm a rebel, I decided to choose the bee mushroom. Because I'm pretty sure I'm the first person in existence to ever choose the bee mushroom over the boo mushroom in this stage. But yeah, there was no red here, so it was pretty easy, and it was also actually pretty fun with the bee mushroom. I don't know, maybe I'll do it next time I play Mario Galaxy. Probably not, because I'm a human with standards. Then I go knock out some more Toy Time Galaxy stars because all of them were possible, and I tried to use the spring mushroom as little as possible. And I even defeated the final boss of Toy Time Galaxy without the spring mushroom. For no other reason than the spring mushroom is nearly entirely useless for most of this game, because you can do all the things that it does with a few backflips and spins. Although arbitrarily sometimes forced upon you, but oh well, what can you do about that? Oh yeah, for the record, I don't hate the spring mushroom. I think it's a fairly fun power up, but it's funny to not use the power-up because it's so arbitrarily forced onto you that it's just funny to not use it. And then I go defeat Bonefin, which, without the red shells, required me to go in with a little bit of the kamikaze strategy and just getting good at throwing the shell so it would hit him. But now, with enough stars to go defeat Bowser, we go on to Final Bowser, which basically has no red. Even those little transmission tubes with the star bits you don't grab a single Starbit while going through them. So literally the only hard part of this stage was just avoiding the Starbits in the linear section with the disappearing blocks, and other than that, it was pretty easy as there was basically no red in the stage with besides the lava, which was easy to avoid, and Bowser is Galaxy 1 Bowser, so very easy to beat. But that's the end of Super Mario Galaxy. So after booking a 3-week-long holiday so I can skip through the entirety of the Galaxy ending cutscene and the credits, we come to the end where to beat Mario Galaxy, to get the final Bowser, you need to touch the color red 15 times. Not a horrible number seeing how red is a very much primary color and is used in a lot of things, but it is still a shame that I couldn't beat Mario Galaxy while not touching red. It's all because of those Bowser stages. Literally the only stages that had me touch red were Bowser stages. Fountain and the bedroom. Those two stages literally made up nearly every single red touch in this game, besides the 3 bedroom stars. But other than that, if you like what you saw, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.
Thank you so much for playing my game.